So, morning, Alan.
Morning, Andrew.
Alternate ladies' day from the farm.
Go on, you're away. We're away.
Right, everybody, we're just outside the Derby Arms on this little sea road. 9 of us ready for the walk, and weather's not looking brilliant, but better than the forecast. We're going to move effectively northwards. Northwards continuously, just slight waver from northwards up to Witherslack Hall Farm, where we head west and then effectively head back down south. Just a little bit of a zigzag. There we're going all the way down, little bit of eastwards and back to where we start, and hopefully the weather will stay kind to us.
Well, it's the forecast isn't brilliant, folks. There's the Derby Arms, and this road here that you can see and probably hear is the 590 from Levens Bridge to Barrow eventually. The sky's looking good at the moment. It's nice, it's warm enough. There's a number in shorts, there's also a number in leggings, because the weather forecast is saying that at 12 o'clock it's going to be thundery showers. So there's 9 of us out. Let's see how we go. So that is the road we've just come off. We're up this little path here. That's the old road prior to that's where we parked. That was the old A590, and we're just out now, and the orchids are out. Lovely, nice spring flowers. And we're heading off road now, up this path. As Alan said, we're just heading north for the time being, but we're off the road now, and that'll be it until we get some little roads very shortly. So a little slidey bit here. It's we've got limestone underfoot and then clay on the top, and it's interesting with the boots at the moment, because it's almost like going down a ski slope. But we're through the woods on a good footpath that's taken us up towards Witherslack and Witherslack Hall. I've come off the slippery slope now, and we're just back on some decent looking footpaths. As you can see, spring flowers are coming out. Oh, I'm told that those were primulas, they weren't orchids. I'm sorry. It shows how good I was in school at botany or whatever it is, flower arranging. But these are nice. White bells, purple bells and blue bells. Lovely. And then we're looking out now over the valley, over towards Milnthorpe that way, Milnthorpe, Sedbergh and so on. The main road is down behind that White House there, and Morecambe Bay is over the tops of those far trees. Nice day now. Let's hope it stays dry, because we're going back down that path that we were sliding along, and if it's raining and that's wetter, then it'll be real fun. Just get just met a group now, just come from the local school, a little group of 9 children who've been running up the hill towards us, which is a bit embarrassing for us older people. We're just trying to see whether our memories work back that far. But they're having a great time. It's really good to see them out and about.
Right, move on.
Oh, leaders cracking the whip.
Take pictures of them.
No, oh no, I know. Well, Arthur's just brought us up a little cut-off from the main path to this viewpoint, and it's overlooking the valley. That's the little school down there where the children are all from. So you're right across Morecambe Bay to our friend the power station. there, and the rest of the bay all the way around there. And here is the railway viaduct at Arnside with the village in the background, and then Arnside not. And then coming this way, we're going up the valley. Let's just zoom out a bit. Yeah, we're just going up the valley. Which I don't think this is. It could be the Light. No, we've passed the Light Valley. So I don't know where exactly, which valley it is. But I think that's the way that we will eventually be coming back along part of that down there in the valley to get back to the cars. And then there's the village church down there with its flag ready for next week for St George's Day. So this is a lot of what we're faced with today. We've got limestone underfoot that obviously when it's wet and has been walked on is slippy. And then we got the occasional Beecher's Brook type of thing here that we've got to get over and round or in between. We'll see. Arthur's gone one way and I'm going the other. I'll probably end up with my feet wet and he won't, but never mind. Let's see how we go. So here we are, we're getting up towards Witherslack Hall. We've just come along this little path here, been on a bridle path. That's behind the trees at the top there is yew barrow. We've sort of plateaued round the top of that, contoured round the top of it rather, and we're heading now, continuing up this bridle path, and then we're going to drop down to Witherslack Hall, and then we'll head back into the valley, which was the valley where we went from the viewpoint, which is the Winster Valley. So we're heading now nearly at the top of the map. So here we are at Witherslack Hall. This was a school. I don't know whether it's still a school. There seems to be a little bit of a horse riding school down here. And that's at the back there, the hill at the back is Whitbarrow Scar. So we're at the top of the walk now. We're going to turn west up this road here, up this path here, and that'll take us across for about half a mile, and then we turn south and we're on our way back. And probably into the weather, no doubt. As I said, we're just heading away from Whitbarrow Hall. It's a lovely little part of the walk, this. Just down a little bridle path. We've passed a couple of women going the other way on horseback, but this is just lovely. Those two women, the first two people we've seen today on this walk. It's a little bit different to last week's, which was a lot busier, but this is just nice now. And we're coming, as you can probably see, we're coming downhill towards the Winster Valley, which was what we saw from the viewpoint earlier on. Okay, a lovely little wall here covered in moss and lichen, and then this is the Winster Valley. We're heading down into the valley. We're almost down into the valley now, going down this track, down and down here, and then we'll be heading south back towards where we parked at the Derby Arms. We've just seen three people. They were almost hidden. We weren't expecting to see them, but it's good to see other people about, but it's nice here. But as you can see, a lot of the moss is around, and the wild garlic's coming up. That's what this is down here. pick the leaves and mash it, and then put it in some butter in your freezer. Have your own garlic butter. Beautiful.
Switch on.
So we're still on the valley now. Jeff's gate man. I don't know what we're doing now. So what we're doing here? Oh, we're not lunching. No. But this is looking like lunch perhaps, and then this is the Winster Valley where we're heading down that way eventually. And then see what we're doing. So this is us now, the Winster Valley. A lovely bit of grass growing here. This is all silage, and the growth on it now, I'll probably get about 4 cuts out of it. Up that way is towards the lakes, towards the Lakeland Fells. We're in the Lake District anyway now, we're in the South Lakes. And we're heading south into the wind. Fortunately, not into any precipitation yet. So we're back again. We're on bridle path and cobbled road, brick road. Still heading south. Still heading towards the cars. Still into that bit of a wind. It's not a biting wind, but it's you know where it's coming from. And heading back towards where we parked. And still we're not wet. Well, this looks like a body of inspection here. They've all stood at the side of the lane. And are we just inspecting the ditch, gents? Is that all we're doing?
Yeah.
And then we've got a lovely little house over there. Another poor farmer's house. And it's nice walking on this. Lovely walking on it. Well, it was an hour later than forecast, but it's finally arrived, as you can hear. Broys are out. Rain's coming down pretty steadily now. Not many breaks in the cloud. Fortunately, I think we're probably about a mile and a half away from our destination, and the dry sanctuary of cars, hopefully. Yeah, it looks like it's in now. It's been a good walk. But, I think the slippy slidey bit that we came down this morning will be very interesting when we get back, because they'll have added a little bit of wax and gloss to the surface with this rain. Let's see how we go on that. So we've got down towards the bottom of this. We've avoided, thanks to Arthur's prior knowledge, we've avoided going onto the slippery slope road, and now we're going past the lime kiln up here, which is nice to see. And we're heading down to the main road, which is over there. You can probably see a little bit of activity. We're going down to the main road there, onto the dual carriageway, to the garage near to the roundabout at Grange, and then I think we're going to be walking back a little bit on the main road, and then just cutting off to that track where we parked. So hopefully everything will be all right. It's looking like damp feet along here, or dirty feet along here, but I'll go the muddy way, I think, and then wash them. So here we are, you can hear it now, the main road's coming up. I'm just walking along here for a short distance, picking up the main road, turning left, back towards the cars. I'm going to finish about there. There's not a lot more to see other than a bit of rain and people washing the boots off. Next week we are in South Lancaster, around Old Cliff, Stoddy and that sort of area. So if you want to join us then, let's hope it's a little nicer and the umbrellas aren't needed. Bye for now, folks.